This video today's topic is brought to you guys by Sire or Cyree Sama. Oh my gosh, I swear I always feel like I butcher everybody's name. I'm just gonna call you Sama if that's completely cool with you. Sent me this via email. Basically wants to go further into detail in regards to this imbalance, the multiverse, the Xenos, the Angels, what is really going on. His comment reads right quick: what do you think about this? The present Xeno had already decided that he was going to destroy some universes because there were too many, and he needed to maintain balance in the multiverse, right? What if he was only going to destroy 4 universes, but future Xeno influenced him to add 4 more universes for a more quote-unquote fun tournament? What if at the end of the tournament, the 4 extra universes destroyed caused some sort of imbalance in the multiverse? As far as we know, Xeno's word is absolute, and the Grand Priest cannot go against his command, right? And Sam, I believe you definitely are correct with that. I don't think Grand Priest could challenge Xeno in regards to that. Continuing, his comment reads: so he couldn't stop the tournament from happening. I think he keeps giving Goku the quote-unquote evil look because he knows what's going to happen, and he's trying to tell Goku without really speaking against Xeno's word. I think that quote-unquote evil angels and demons are going to escape from a crack in the multiverse due to the imbalance. Everyone that's left on the stage will be forced to either retreat and train to face the threat in 10 years Earth time, or face a threat right here and there, or here and then, excuse me. My defense for why the angels or god of destruction can't do anything is because it would interfere with Xeno's word, and Xeno would destroy them, leaving it to the most powerful mortals of the universe. I know it's a stretch, but if you think it's a worthy video idea, go ahead and give it a shout out. Yeah, Sama, definitely. This is something, of course, that we've been talking about here on this channel lately, and I think actually your idea isn't as far of a stretch as you may have thought initially when you set the video topic. We've gone back and forth in regards to whether or not the Grand Priest is truly evil, whether or not the angels are truly evil. I gave my honest opinion in a video a couple days ago stating that I really didn't think the Grand Priest or the angels were evil for that matter. I thought it was, or I still think it's just a matter of what they want to deal with and what they don't, because clearly that's not the case with all angels. I think if it was the case of all angels truly being quote unquote evil, then every single angel from every universe would essentially be evil. Most of them haven't shown much care for the universe, but others of course have shown sympathy and care and would like for their universes to survive. So the idea that there is some plan in effect, and of course the fact that the angels and the Xenos, the angels and the Grand Priest cannot stand up to Xeno and say, well, we don't want to do this, this is unacceptable. Of course, Xeno's word, like you said, is absolute, and anything that I would guess would counteract that could evidently, like you said, end up in their destruction, and then all we would have are just powerful mortals like Goku, Jiren, so on and so forth. Talked about it before. I would absolutely love if the demon universe plays a role at the conclusion of this tournament of power, setting up for the next major arc. Something big has got to happen. I would be very, very disappointed if nothing was going to happen, or anything dark or crazy wasn't going to occur because of this tournament of power and these rules and the wild card of the future Xeno and the Grand Priest of the Angels. If nothing was actually going to happen because of all of this, and it was just essentially all thrown in to have us thinking something big was going to happen, and the tournament of power just ends with just a average ending fight, I would be highly upset. But I don't think they would do that, considering how things have kind of been done in Dragon Ball Super for the most part, especially for major arcs. I've always felt like every major arc here in Dragon Ball Super has had a climactic ending that is in some way definitely set up for the next major arc to occur. So the idea that these angels and the Grand Priest are really not evil, but of course just not saying anything because they know if they do go against Xeno's word, they're going to get erased, I think that's definitely a good plausible idea that could be the case here as well. Grand Priest giving Goku the quote-unquote evil looks, I keep telling people I'm not convinced he's evil. So the idea that he's kind of trying to warn Goku, of course without physically saying, hey, you and whoever else you're going to survive with, you have to be aware of what's going on. You have to try to put something together to essentially save yourself, save your universes, and save the other mortals, because what the Xenos are really trying to do is wipe out as much of the universes as possible. Clearly I don't think the Xenos would care if they wiped out every single universe, even the ones with the highest mortal rankings. I think if anybody from even those respective universes said the wrong thing or stepped on Xeno's foot the wrong way, they would essentially wipe them out. So I'm not sure the Xenos actually really care about keeping anything in store in regards to the multiverse. We know there were universes beforehand that were completely erased before we have these 12. That's a huge thing to think about, how many universes there were and how many the Xenos have wiped out just because they thought there was too many, and that number continues and continues to decrease. If anything, the most evil characters, technically speaking, right now, technically, to look at in regards to who is definitely not to be trusted and who is dangerous, is the Xenos, the Omni King of everything. They are the ones who are putting things into effect, into motion, causing universes and fighters to disappear on the spot. And I don't really think they care about the whole sanctity of the multiverse compared to other gods and angels who, and even of course this, the Kaioshins, who would like to actually keep the balance of the multiverse in check and running properly as they should. So